If you're going to splurge on steak, you obviously want a high-quality cut of meat. After all, no one wants to feel like they've paid a high price for a meal that wasn't up to their standards. And while there are many different steakhouses to choose from across the US, they are far from equal quality. That's why MASH conducted a poll to see which steakhouse has the worst steak.
How's our steak? Okay.
The poll had 7 options: Texas Roadhouse, the Capital Grille, Fleming's, Outback Steakhouse, Morton's, LongHorn Steakhouse, and Ruth's Chris. A total of 590 people across the United States responded. The poll's most favored option was Ruth's Chris, and that it garnered the fewest votes. Only 61 people, or just over 10% of the vote, said that the oddly named steakhouse chain had the worst steak. Ruth's Chris has good name recognition and has used that to its advantage since founder Ruth started spreading the word about her steaks upon franchising new locations in the 1970s. It helps that the food and service are actually good too. The city of Cleveland has a lot of steakhouses, but the reviewer at Cleveland.com decided there was room for one more after finding all of their party steaks had been cooked to delicious perfection at Ruth's Chris. The next 2 steakhouses on the list tied. Both Morton's and Fleming's received around 10.5% of the vote. They were separated from Ruth's Chris by a single vote with 62 votes each. The Capital Grille was right behind those, with around 12% of respondents listing it as the worst. Of course, of all the steakhouses listed in the poll, the 4 aforementioned are by far the most high-end joints listed. That doesn't mean you can't have a bad steak there or even a preference for another steakhouse, but it does say a bit about the quality of the high-end brands versus the others. Basically, everyone polled thought they were by far the best of the bunch. That leaves 3, and according to voters, the worst steaks in the US are found at chains with regional themes: the Texas Roadhouse, LongHorn Steakhouse, and Outback Steakhouse. LongHorn Steakhouse, named after the animal that is also the mascot of the University of Texas at Austin, came in 3rd place with a little over 16% of the vote. Next up was Texas Roadhouse, with about 17 2/3% of the vote, which means the chain with the most votes for worst steak was Outback Steakhouse, with votes from nearly 23% of respondents. These 3 steakhouses that got the most votes in our survey might have been victims of their own success. Outback, LongHorn, and Texas Roadhouse are the 3 biggest steakhouses in the U.S., Nation's Restaurant News reports. LongHorn is 39th on the publication's 2021 list of top restaurants. Outback is number 32, and Texas Roadhouse is the 29th biggest restaurant chain overall, making it the largest steakhouse chain in the U.S. Business Insider compared the big 3 in 2019 and decided Texas Roadhouse was better than LongHorn and Outback. While we asked our survey respondents to focus on restaurant steaks specifically, Texas Roadhouse might have gotten some negative votes for its decor and general vibe. Or maybe there are just too many of them. Why are Outback steaks the worst of the worst, according to our survey? Could it be that Outback is the only steakhouse where an appetizer overshadows the main attraction? After all, if we had asked respondents to name the eatery with the best bloomin' onion, then there would only be one right answer. But what do the experts think? The late celebrity chef Carl Ruiz, who you may have seen on Guy's Grocery Games, among other shows, offered up his opinion on Outback in 2018, and his verdict was that it's not that bad. In a review of the chain on his YouTube channel, OMG Carl's Food Show, Ruiz tried the best steak on the menu, the bone-in ribeye. The meat was tough and under-seasoned, but he said it was perfectly cooked. It had great beef flavor and a fantastic char. At $29, he said it was better than some $50 ribeyes he'd eaten elsewhere. In the end, Ruiz gave Outback Steakhouse his typical understated compliment as a final verdict.
Overall, I think you can eat here. I really do.
Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more MASH videos about your favorite restaurant chains are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.